The dark side of the moon is the part of the moon that is always facing away from the Earth. It was inaccessible to observation from Earth until 1959, when the Soviet spacecraft Luna 3 first photographed it. Before that time, the dark side of the moon was shrouded in a mystery and gave rise to many hypotheses and assumptions. One of the most common hypotheses was that the dark side of the moon is home to an alien civilization. People have dreamed since ancient times that somewhere in space there is another life, and the dark side of the moon, hidden from our sight, seemed to be an ideal place for its existence. Another hypothesis stated that the dark side of the moon is warmer and wetter than the visible side. This was explained by the fact that the dark side of the moon does not receive direct sunlight, which means that water does not evaporate on it. As a result of this, it was assumed that oceans and other forms of life could exist on the dark side of the moon. There were also more fantastic hypotheses. For example, some people believe that the dark side of the moon is a portal to other worlds or even to other dimensions. Of course, all of these hypotheses were based on assumptions and had no scientific evidence. However, they clearly show how strong the human desire for mystery and the unknown is. In 1959, the Soviet spacecraft Luna 3 took the first photographs of the dark side of the moon. These photographs dispelled many myths and assumptions about the dark side of the moon. It turned out that it does not differ from the visible side in terms of temperature or composition. There are no oceans on it, and there are no signs of an alien civilization. Nevertheless, the dark side of the moon remains an object of interest to scientists. They are studying its surface to learn more about its history and origin.